Hello everyone, this is Omkar Deshpande. Welcome you back for the business study online classes. So before I start with the further topic, let me recall you that we have started with the 10th topic, that is internal trade. Now in this internal trade, in the previous class we have learnt about the meaning of internal trade. In that the two partners play a very important, two types which play a very important role in that. One is wholesaler and second one is the retailer. Now who are the wholesalers and who are the retailers, that everything which we have covered it in the previous classes. In today's class we are going to cover the further part of it. So in that, the services of retailer to manufacturer and wholesaler. In the previous class I have explained you about, as a wholesaler, how he will provide the services to the manufacturer and how he will provide services to the retailers. That is what in the previous class we have learnt it. In today's class we will learn this thing, how a retailer will give services to manufacturer and wholesaler. Let us see the first point, help in distribution of goods. So being a retailer, he play a very important role here. When a manufacturer produce the goods, when manufacture the goods, that will be handed over to wholesaler. Now wholesaler will hand over it to retailer. It's a retailer who is ultimately going to sell it to the customers. So he is the person who is involved in the distribution of goods. So in the distribution channel, retailers play a very important role. Let us look at here. A retailer most important service is to wholesaler and manufacturer is to provide help in distribution of their product by making them available to the final consumer, who may be scattered over a large geographical area. They thus provide a place utility. Now if you understand by this point, as a retailer, he is a person who is help in distribution of goods. When you see the market condition, whereas a large geographical area, many people, they are saying segregated in different places, but it's a retailer who is the person who is going to give it to ultimately the consumer. Nearby the shops, small shops will be there, or different places are there where they the customer visit, and here he is the person who is going to hand over all the goods to the customer. So this is how he helps in the distribution of goods. Next, second is personal selling. See, when it comes to the personal selling, the retailer is the particular person who is dealing personal selling. When you see the manufacturer, they cannot meet the customer directly because they will not meet the customer. When a wholesaler also directly, they cannot meet the customer. It's a retailer who meets the directly customer. So that's what, with the help of personal selling, they sell the goods to door and also nearby places which they will be situated. They will be there where the people frequently comes there and they buys out. So this is how the things works. Okay. In the process of sale of most consumer goods, some amount of personal selling efforts is necessary. By undertaking personal selling efforts, the retailer reveals the producer of these activity and greatly help them in process of acquiring the sale of the product. He is the person who is dealing the personal selling of goods and services. Next, third is enabling the large scale operations. So on account of retailer's service, the manufacturer and the wholesalers are freed from the trouble of making individual sale to consumers in small quantities. That enables them to operate on at a relative large scale and thereby fully concentrated on their other activities. So when it comes to the manufacturer, see, as a manufacturer, what happens for them, one of the major problem is about that product, it has to be sold it in a market. But when retailer has taken all the responsibility to sell the goods to ultimately consumers, now here manufacturer and wholesalers are become freely, so that they can focus more on the producing the large scale operation. When they produce the large scale operation, definitely they can hand over it to wholesaler can hand over it to retailer. So with the help of this, what happened, a manufacturer need not worry about the product, how to sell it out. He need to worry only about the producing the product in the large scale operation. The next is collecting market information. The retailers are the best who get a live information, who get the correct information from the customers, likes, preferences, taste, habit, attitude, everything. They are going to get a live information because as a retailer, they are going to deal directly with the customers. So what are the customers' likes, dislikes, preference, taste, everything they will able to come to know. See, when it comes to the wholesalers, they cannot understand what exactly the customer required. Maybe the manufacturer who directly may not understand how the customer feel about our product. But when it comes to retailer, they are the person, they are going to understand the likes and dislikes of the customers. So as a retailer remains in a direct and constant touch with the buyers, they serve as an important source of collecting market information about the taste, preference and attitude of customer. Such information is considered very useful in taking important marketing decision in a organization. So the last point is help in promotion. As a retailer, he definitely helps in promoting the goods and services in the market. If you see, if you go to Big Bazaar, if you go to D-Mart, if you go to Reliance, you can see just one. As soon as when you enter, there are many products in front of them. They will keep it out. Some light effect will be given, and the boards will be maintained like sale is there, buy one, these things. So it attracts the customer. So like that, what happened? These people indirectly they promote the goods by attracting those products. So like that, what happened? As a retailers, even they help in promoting the goods in the market. So after that, let us study the type of retailing trade. When it comes to types of retailing trade, there are two types of retailing trade. One is itinerant retailers and second is fixed shop retailers. Now let us look at what is the itinerant retailers. When it comes to itinerant retailers means not sticking to one places, that is moving from one place to another. They don't have fixed place to do the business. They will come and sell their items and move away from the places. See, when it comes to the retailing types, the first one is the itinerant. So itinerant means what? They are the person particularly not stick to one places. They will be roaming from all other places, from one place to another place, from one area to another area. With the help of that, they try to sell the goods. They will not be there at a fixed place. They will come at one area, they will sell and they will move to another area. So like that, what happened? They go on moving from one place to another place. Through that, they are going to sell the goods and services. This is what about itinerant retailers. And let us look at what are the features of itinerant retailers. So they are the small traders operating with a limited resources. See, when it comes to the itinerant retailers, they are dealing in a small goods and services, not at a large, but very a small amount of goods and services in which those people are dealing it. So they are normally deal in consumer product of daily use, such as fruits and vegetables. So like that, when it comes to the itinerant retailers, generally they deal with only the daily use of the product like fruits, vegetable, some basic things what everyday required. In that they are going to dealing with that. Okay, the empathizes of such traders is to providing greater customer service by making the product available at the very doorstep of the customer. So easily they will go to the doorstep and they start selling it out. From door to door they go it. So this is how customers can easily attract those people. Why? Because as a retailer, when they come door to door to sell it out, customer they go and they can buy it out. Okay, so this is how doorstep for customers doorstep the goods will be given by the retailer. Then as last point, as they do not have fixed place established to operate from, their retailers have to keep their limited inventory of either at a home or some other places. Now as when it comes to the itinerant retailers, they will be not having fixed place to sell. So that is what they deal in a limited resources. When they are dealing in a limited resources, when they get a resources, they need to keep it at a one place, but that is becoming the problem. They cannot keep it at a one place. So like that, whenever they will bring the goods, they will keep it in a home or they will make one particular area where they will keep there, and from them they start going on selling it, and later part they buy from the wholesaler. So like that, these things have been done. This is all about features of itinerant retailers. The next is the meaning of fixed retail shop. The first was itinerant retailer and second one is a fixed retail shop. So when it comes to fixed retail shop, by the name only you can understand a fixed retail shop means what? Retailer who have the fixed shop and have permanent place for a business are called as a fixed shop retailers. So now this is completely different from itinerant retailers. Why? Because it's a fixed retailing shop. They will be having fixed place where from there only they started selling the goods and services to the customer. You can take the example of supermarkets. You can take the Kirani general stores, you can take it out. So like that, what happened? These are the shopkeepers are there. They will be having one particular place, the fixed place they will be having. From there only they started selling to the customers. So this is how the fixed retailing shop is been done. So when it comes to the fixed retailing shop, here what happened, customer the visit to the shop and through them they are going to sell it out. Sometimes home delivery facilities will also be given. So like that, these people, they provide the services. So this is what about the type of retailing services. When it comes to type of retailing, there are two things. One is itinerant retailers and second one is a fixed retail shop. Okay, remaining part we'll deal with in a next class. Thank you.